Today we're talking big numbers and even bigger context. I'm about to explain how I made £900,000 as a personal trainer, and I'm going to show you a live screen recording of my Stripe account. Now, before you roll your eyes back and think to yourself, oh, here we go, another guru with a Stripe screenshot and all the money they've made, and look at me, I'm so fantastic. Don't stress it, right? The reason I'm actually making this video is because how out of context these type of Stripe screenshots actually are. Now, I run an agency for personal trainers, gym owners, online coaches, and I never have I ever, and never will I share Stripe screenshots. It's completely against what we do. For the number one reason is that they're out of context. There's no real reality to it, right? They can be faked. They can literally be Googled. But this video isn't about bragging. It's about two things: possibility and perspective for you that's watching this. But the two main things that I want you to take from the video is that it's possible. Yep, it's absolutely possible, because if I can do it, you can do it. And the next one, arguably the most important, is context is king. And I'm about to drop a ton of it on you, because you're seeing all these inflated Stripe screenshots out of context. You're seeing all these people's numbers from business coaches with all these upfront payments, and like they've literally just done a launch and utilized all their resources just to get a sharp intake. They're counting all their money up that they got up front as if it's monthly income as well, and it's deterring you from reality. It's deterring you from doing the work because you think you're insignificant, you think you're a failure, and then that leads you in a path of sometimes self-destruct and going into yourself, not being confident, and ultimately, sadly, for a lot of coaches, leaving the industry. So I started personal training in 2015 when I started working in Pure Gym, qualified, started working in Pure Gym, was working on Labrooks on the side, did all my years in Pure Gym, you know, doing all the classes. I did a whole video on all this, so I'm not going to go through it all, but in short, did the classes, did the shifts, came off the shifts, went on rent, got really busy as a personal trainer. And then fast forward the clock to 2020, COVID hit, and that's when it was kind of like, oh shit, I have to pivot and go fully online here. Went fully online, opened up my own gym, and it was kind of like business whack-a-mole, where I was like, we're open, we're closed, we're open again, and it was just all over the place. So that kind of took us to 2020. And then of course there was a couple of years of COVID during that time where we kind of had the gym, but we were fully online as well. So we had the online business, we had the gym business. Unfortunately, I can't show you the Stripe from the gym account because it's closed down now and you can't log back in. But I can show you the Glasgow PT. That was our online business. We had the Glasgow PT gym as well. So we're going to focus here on how I made 900,000 as a personal trainer / online coach, not as a gym owner. But here's the thing, and here's the first piece of context I'm going to give you. The 900,000 that I made was over 4.5 years. Now, you don't see that, or at least you see it in small print when you read these crazy out of context like wins that business coaches post. Like, I made 900,000 over those 4.5 years, and by the way, don't even get me started on profit. Like, we spent a lot of money to get there, a lot of investing in staff, a lot of reinvesting in business like courses and business programs and mentors and things like that. Like, I literally invest as soon as I finished with another business coach. I go again in the next one. Like, I don't have any gaps between. I know some people do that. They have a gap between. Like, I need a bit of a rest from learning. Like, good story, bro. I need you to know that that was over 4.5 years. And by the way, like, it's over 4.5 years of absolute graft. Have I had a great time? Of course I have, but I've been non-stop in that time frame. You know, a lot of doubt, you know, working through a pandemic. But ultimately, what accelerated our growth here in that time frame was actually COVID. Like, fortunately for us, COVID accelerated our income, accelerated the expansion of the brand. You know, I like to think that our name was in the hat when COVID hit, because we were noisy, we were pushing a brand that was unique, and we reaped the benefits from it. So we blew up. You know, Cheryl, my wife, we brought her into the company as well. And I was able to kind of scale the online business. We were kind of working with, on average, about 75 clients at a time. And in the Stripe screenshot and recording that I'm going to show you, like, we didn't start Stripe till 2019. So there was some gains before that, like, you know, 2015, 16, 17, 18. But to be honest, it was all bank transfers and all that jazz. So like, I'm not even going to include that. So it's definitely more than 900,000. It's just untrackable. So then when we opened the gym, we had the online business and the gym business. The gym business was obviously just separate. We, you know, bought all the kit and things like that and set it up. and did our best to bring down the tax and the VAT and all that sort of stuff. So, but we had the online business there, and thank God, because the gym business was unpredictable. It kept opening and closing. And then what happened was in 2021, that's when I started the Upgraded Coach. And then I handed over the online business to Cheryl. She ran that, as well as the gym business. So we had that coinciding, and eventually we just drained down the online business. Cheryl, I closed the Glasgow PT online business. Cheryl opened it, rebranded as Sync Coaching, and she kind of took it from there. So there's various like accounts set up for anybody that wants to check HMRC and start trying to verify all this. It's all there. The Glasgow PT gym's there, the Glasgow PT's there, and the Glasgow PT online's there as well, but the online was separate from mine. Mine was the Glasgow PT. The reason I'm telling you all this is like, I want you to know full transparency. I want you to understand that, like, you know, whilst I've got a pretty decent life now and I've got, you know, a couple of properties and stuff like that, like, I'm by no means £900,000 in my bank. You know, it's like, this was spread over a time frame where, you know, we have a good life, but like, you don't think you've got that money. And I guess one of the big lessons here as well is like, you need to understand that when I said to you before about how it's possible, like, think about that. Think about making that money while you help people lose fat and build muscle and stuff. Like, you need to understand the possibilities here. And look, even if that was, you know, 400k over 4 years, it's 100k a year. It's ridiculous money. Okay, so I want to give you as much context as possible with this. I'm open to questions and stuff on Instagram if you want to ask me that and things, but this is the video that I wish I saw. Instead, I was flung into a mentorship group where all these people were just saying random numbers, half of them lying. And this happens from like literally the PT game. People lie about how much they charge per hour. You take it online, there's no way they can police it. You can just hit out with any numbers that you want, and they just lie. They just talk a lot of nonsense. So this is the video that I wish that I had, so that I could actually go, right, who's talking the actual sense here? Who's got the proof? Know that you need the proof, know that you need to listen to everybody, but at the very least, you need to know what's actually realistic, especially people who are relatable to you. So I'm just going to pull up a quick screen recording of my Stripe account with the dates from when it started to the date that I mentioned, and just kind of show you the live feed of it so that you can actually see it's not just faked, it's not Canva, it's not anything that people do with Photoshop and stuff like that, just to show you so that we can move on and we can stop talking about it, because it's actually made me uncomfortable talking about Stripe and showing screenshots, because I actually hate it. When I speak to my copywriter, when I speak to anybody that we work with and partner with, you know, branding teams and stuff like that, I literally give them a do's and a don'ts, and the don'ts is like, don't even dare talk about Stripe screenshots, don't mention it, don't show it, don't even think about it, because it's just not our thing. So really the whole point of this video is to give you the video that I wish I had when I was maybe at your stage, and it's also to light a fire in your belly, like to go, I don't even need 900,000. I want to look at that and I go, honestly, I just want £5 a month. I'm happy with that, because if you go from like £1,000, £1,500, £2,000 a month to 5,000, it's pretty life altering. Like, it genuinely is. Like 60 grand a year, it's so stable, it's safe, it's like, it can, you know, be the thing for you to get a bigger house for your family if you're planning having another kid or a kid. It's the difference between you saying to your partner, like, let's go traveling, or it's the difference between you breaking up with your long-term partner and going and living your life and traveling. Like, it's a lot of money and these crazy numbers. And of course, the title of this video and the reason I'm talking about it is the very definition of this whole industry. It's clickbait, but the key thing I'm adding here is context for you. So look, I've been where you are. I've done the 60 hours in pure gym, or a commercial gym for yourself maybe, or an independent gym. I've worked a second job until I could pick up clients. You know, I've done a 20 hours in Ladbrokes while I had my gym classes that I had to cover, my shifts that I didn't get paid for. Then I had PT on the side and trying to juggle it all. You know, I remember I had to park like 25-minute walk away from the gym, because the gym was in the city centre of town, and I couldn't afford parking, so I had to park miles away and just walk up, sweating by the time I arrived at the gym and stuff. And you just got to make it work. So like, again, I really don't want to paint that picture as a business coach that's able to do these videos and able to be in a position where I'm running events and helping coaches make money, and I get looked at a different way, because like, I need you to know that if I can do it, you can do it. So let's round up this video, and I'm going to drill home these key points to make sure you've written them down to go away from this video. Number one, context is king. I did this over 4.5 years. I hit the ground running. The pandemic accelerated my growth massively. I would not have made that amount of money if it hadn't been for the pandemic. But equally, I had my name in the hat and I was doing the work for such things to happen, and I pivoted quickly. Number two is everyone and anyone can throw numbers about, right? And it's getting to the point now where thankfully the market's getting quite dull to these numbers. And there's actually a funny guy I watch on Instagram where, you know, you get people like these American guys who are like, I made, 5 million in a second, and he just rips it because it's just getting ridiculous now, these numbers. It's flooding from the bigger industries right down. It's now in the fitness industry with these fitness business coaches and stuff. And again, that's why all we care about is recurring revenue, because recurring revenue is safety, stability. It's also focusing on profit, and it's also focusing on sanity. The next point is running a personal training business can create the life that you want. You just got to do the work and stick to it. Final point is I actually did this. See the thing you're looking to achieve? I done it with a gym, with an online business, and I did it in this century, not in 19 canteen, right? I did it 4 years ago. Well, the market's very similar to the way it is now. I've done it. I can also prove it. So if you've got people who you're thinking about helping you fill your PT diary, you know, look at their business. Look for a trace of their success as a personal trainer or online coach. Chances are were just personal training, they saw some decent success in their gym compared to other PTs, and now they're trying to teach you how to get to 2 or 3k, because they only ever got to 6k, right? Now, I hate talking about money, but at the end of the day, these are the facts of life, right? So I need you to get a better bullshit filter when you're looking for this stuff. If you don't like me, that's cool, go somewhere else, but make sure wherever else you go, they've done it this year or the last couple of years they've done it. Make sure that they're not still coaching while they're doing business consultancy, because it's just hypocritical. And make sure you can relate to them. Make sure there's actual context when they're sharing stuff. That's the best piece of advice I could give you. So stop chasing quick wins. You know, so many are rushing to get your first 10k a month. It's like, well, what if I say to you, like, look, would you be happy if over a 4-year time horizon you could earn 500k? And if in total, you'd be like, absolutely. Okay, let's play the long game then. But instead, we're all chasing these quick fire months. And start building a business that is uniquely yours, one that lasts, and one that brings in that sweet, sweet monthly recurring revenue. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, give it a subscribe. If you hit like, if you hit subscribe or comment, the algorithm does its thing, which means more people see it, which I don't really care about the views, I just care more people see it so that these videos actually work. I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a business coach. So if my videos can get out there to more people, it's going to make an impact. Happy days. Hope you enjoyed the video. Speak soon.